back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the Polaris Turbo R. We're going to be installing the RPM side-by-side intake tube, J tube, and then also the charge tube with the RPM blow-up valve. I've already got the bed removed from the machine, so yeah, stay till the end of the video and I'll show you guys what it sounds like once it's all installed. Remove the clamps that come from factory on this. So my blow valve should be able to just slide out now like that. And then once you get the clamps loosened, you got this one and then one in there. I just went in with a wrench, better access. Let's go ahead and pull this out. All right guys, I got the part out. It did fight me a little. Just make sure that the clamps are completely loosened up before you start pulling on it. This is where the original blow-up valve that came in the machine would have been positioned. I just got mine sitting in there. And then this is where the sensor goes. Remove this before you take out the tube. So yeah, we'll go ahead and continue. Right, so I got the old blow-up valve removed. The RPM kit does provide a new hose, so it is pretty accessible to get the clamp off for the J tube. All right guys, so there is a sensor that needs to get removed up there on the J tube. It's tucked in back here. I found the easier way to get to that sensor. I removed the seat, driver's seat, and then just pop this panel, and then it gives you clear access. As you can see there, I was able to pry, and I got that tube loosened up there. So now all I gotta do is just get it out. and that's basically where your new one's gonna go. Went ahead and I took off the intake tube, so it goes from there all the way to the airbox, and then this is what it looks like here. There is quite a restriction here. This one's gonna be all the way around, no restrictions, and then it's also silicone. All right, we'll start putting that back on. I'll install the charge tube, and then I'll show you guys here. I installed the J tube there. I put the sensor back in place, got the clamps on there. It's more accessible through the back for that clamp, and I found it to be a little bit easier for this clamp. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there it is. It's a little bit more accessible through the inside of the machine. I'll finish up the install, and then I will show you guys what it looks like once it's put on, so you guys could hear the blow-off valve kick on. So I'm all finished up installing the intake tube and also the charge tube on the machine. I'll go ahead and turn the camera over, and then I'll leave a sound clip of what the blow-off valve sounds like. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. This wasn't the best step-by-step video on how to install the tubes, but I'll show you guys all the basics here on a small clip of all the clamps and where everything's at that you need to bolt down. I also want to thank everybody for staying till the end of the video, and I want to thank RPM for sending these parts out. Stay tuned for the next video. That's probably going to be us somewhere out on the trails, ripping the machine full throttle. That way you guys can get a good sound of the exhaust and then also the blow-up valve. Thanks everybody for watching.